guys, Malachite here, and I have like 5 minutes left to celebrate with you. So everybody knows by now the ruling came down and same-sex marriage is legal in all 50 states. They can't whine anymore, they can't complain anymore, and they can't tell us that we can't marry someone. Period. End of story. I am so happy. I have been off and on cloud nine all day, and just all my gay and bi and trans and everyone friends have been the same way, and this is probably not coming out right at all, but now I know, because I'm bi, so it was kind of like, well, if you fall in love with a guy, you're gold, but if you fall in love with a woman, I can't control who I fall in love with. You know, if you fall in love with a woman, you'll never be able to be married. And I was like, you know, it's not going to keep me from falling in love with a woman, but, you know, I was like, well, you know, it always made me kind of sad that I wouldn't be able to share the same things with her, and it seemed terribly unfair, and now I can. And it just makes me so happy that if I meet someone and she's beautiful and special and gorgeous, and if she's everything I've ever wanted, that I can share the same things with her that I could if I met a him and he was everything I wanted. That I could grow old with her, and that I could say, this is my wife. This is my person that I have chosen to bond with and spend the rest of my life with. The person that, you know, I'll hold her hair when she throws up, and she'll make me soup when I'm sick, and she'll put up with my bitchy ass when I have my period, and because I'm a bitch, and she'll watch Supernatural with me and hand me Kleenex when I cry through all the parts, and we'll go camping, and she'll just all those things that I want to share with the person that I spend the rest of my life with. You know, we'll have cats and we'll play with them, or, you know, maybe we'll have that piece of land that maybe both of us have always wanted, and we can, you know, we can have a ceremony and we can tailor make it, and, you know, I can actually have a wedding ceremony now, no matter what, you know, and I can actually let myself have that dream, and it's absolutely beautiful. And every therapist and every counselor for my whole life that ever told me that being bi is wrong, take that. Anyway, back to the positivity of the video. I am just so happy. I've got my mega rainbow arm warmers on. We used to say gay power activate with these. I dated a girl for a while, and she got me these, which was sweet. She was a beautiful person. We're still really good friends. And you guys, I'm just so happy. And I know this same feeling is going through so many people in this country. It's almost tangible. It's like you can feel it in the air when you go outside. It's like you can feel it. You can feel the joy and the peace and the love and everything that is going through this country, and it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. This collective oneness, you know, it's like a invisible street party. I know there are street parties going on. I'm not at one, but if you step outside and just close your eyes, it's like an invisible street party. It's everywhere. You can feel it. It's just amazing. And they can never take this away from us, ever. no one, nobody can take this away from us. And it's the best day ever. It really is. There's a couple other things I'm going to tack on to the video. I went to the park, and it was beautiful weather today too. It was warm during the day, but in the evening it just cooled way off. It was weird. It was like 95 during the day, and then in the evening it was like 81. It was fantastic. I know people were having barbecues and get-together parties and everything, so it was perfect weather for it. And I decided I'm going to go to the park. It's beautiful, and I kind of want to celebrate my own way. So I went a way that I don't normally go. And there was a tree that they had cut down, and it was a huge, ancient tree. But you could tell in the middle that it had rotted, so it was dead. But it was still really sad. So I was just kind of standing there, like, in silence, kind of, you know, mourning the tree. And out of nowhere, this guy just pops up. I don't even know where he came from. And he passed by me, and then he stopped, and he turned around, and he's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know this guy. What do you mean, what you doing?" And he was like in this orange long sleeve shirt and khakis. He had a dog with him. Because he'd passed by and he was picking up his dog's poo, which no one ever does. So kudos to him for that, because anyway, and his dog was really well behaved. It wasn't on a leash or anything. And friendly dog, but I didn't pet it or anything because I was alone, and here was this guy, which if he was going to do something to me, he could have already done it. But I was like, oh, it's just this tree. I said, it's so old, you know, and they cut it down. It's really sad. He said, yeah, it is kind of sad. It was really old. He said, but it was kind of rotten, do you see? And I said, yeah, I know, but it's still really sad. I said, all these trees are so old, and there's quite a few I think they're going to end up taking out because they're building this new park thing, which is building a new park. Why don't you leave the trees up? But anyway, so he talked to me a minute, and then he left. And I was kind of weirded out. Like, when I was talking to him, I didn't feel frightened. But after he headed off, I got kind of scared because I was like, there's no one else on this part of the trail, and I wanted to go the way he was going because I wanted to find the wolf statue because I'm afraid they're going to tear it down, because that's where they're doing the construction for this new thing that's going to be out by 2017. It's going to be really nice, guys. It's going to be really big, and I'm really worried about the trees because you know how much I love my trees. So I love all trees, and those trees are so old. I've got a little bit of video footage so you can see how big around this tree was. I was going to count the rings, but then he came along. So I was like, I should probably go the other way. But he never showed up again. And I thought, God, that was really weird. I came home and I was like, that was just weird that he stopped. He came over and said, what you doing? Nobody does that. Why did he care? It was just odd, and I was like, you know, kind of contemplating, you know, contemplating why this man stopped and why it mattered to him that someone was mourning a tree. And then he mentioned how a lot of the trees just fall down. He said that the soil here is not that great. I said, well, yeah, a lot of them do fall down, but it's a riverbank and it erodes. So they do, as you get to where they go down closer to the river, they do fall down. But he said that, and he said the earth's not that good there, and I said, well, it's not great, and he's right. And then he just kind of wandered off with his dog. And normally I would have been petting the dog if I wasn't alone with, but weird. So my walk tonight was weird. So I didn't stay very long. But it was beautiful. I didn't get many pictures, but it really was beautiful there tonight. It was just, and the sky was this beautiful pink color towards twilight. It was different than the normal blue color. It was all this beautiful pink. I tried to get a picture of it and it just didn't come across on the camera. This just all across the sky, just this beautiful pink color. It was just so beautiful, and it was so peaceful there tonight. Just thinking about it, I've just got this peace washing over me. It's just an amazing day. You know, the kind of day where you sit there and you're like, did these things really happen? Did I witness this history? Did I, you know, feel these things, you know, in the universe changing, you know, after all the violence and chaos that we see in the news? Did we really have this day of absolute joy, you know, and absolute love? Because it really was a day of absolute love, and I'm never going to forget it, ever. And no matter who I marry, I will never forget this day, and I will never forget that as I'm getting married, because I really do want to get married. I'd like to include a hand fasting in it, but I never thought I wanted to get married, but I realized in the last couple of years that I really do, and that's why this means so much to me, because now I know I can no matter what. But, you know, as I'm getting married, I think I'll remember this day. I know I will, no matter who I'm marrying, and just be thankful for the right to marry whoever I want to. And as irritated as I get with this country, because I do get irritated, and I'm not going to bring politics up on my channel. This is the only time you will ever see this. I will say that I am glad I live in this country. As many faults as it has, because we have so many good things, and this is one of them, you know. There's so many more I could list, and there are things that can be improved, and I just like to believe and think that they will be. And I'm kind of an idealist. So on that note, let's celebrate. If you are celebrating this, and that's all I have. I'm off to watch some Netflix and listen to some music. If you want to listen to a song with your honey, if you are married or partnered or whatever, and you want to listen to a song, there's a song called She Keeps Me Warm by Mary Lambert. You can find it on Spotify, you can find it on YouTube. It is the most beautiful song. It is one of the most beautiful songs you will ever hear. And she's singing it to her girlfriend, but it could be a boy singing it to his girlfriend. It could be a boy singing it to his boyfriend. You just take the she out. It's just the she is just a word anyway, but it's a beautiful song. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm getting awkward and blah, 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 like I do. So anyway, I'm gonna go because hopefully I didn't go over the 15 minutes. So anyway, take care guys, many blessings, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.